Hello, this is an unscripted introduction to TaleSpire, just showing off some of what it does. The short version is it's like having Dwarven Forge in a computer. You can see the dice does not knock into the miniatures. Or it does, it just, oop, natural one. It doesn't knock them over. So it's, virtual dice are cool that way. Change the ambient sound so it sounds more like a haunted castle with a werewolf in it. And you can change a lot about the light here. You can change which direction it comes from. I have a tendency to like to leave it there. But then you can also change sort of, you can make it purpley gloom, greenish gloom, reddish gloom, pure darkness. And you can kind of, I think you can turn it up and down to some degree. So the default, you just have it bright daylight and you say, okay, oh no, it's more like sunset. Oh, nighttime. Moonlight. Dark. Oh, but once you get past dark, then it goes into creepy red darkness or atmospheric effect. And the sun comes up again. So there's some neat things you can do with that. Engine rumble. Something's all on fire. Forest in the daytime, etc., etc. I'm just gonna go back to silence. Oh, no, I'll put the forest day. Turn it down a little bit. So yeah, you can place all of these items. I made this room. Put the treasure in it. And put myself in build mode. There we go. So now in build mode, you have access to all kinds of different tiles and creatures. pick up and move everything, and it locks down to the tile. So each one of these is a tile that you can manipulate. Like I say, it's like having Dwarven Forge in virtual format. Lots of little decorations and stuff you can place in rooms. And I selected this and did a Control-C, Control-V to copy-paste, and then moved it over here and basically made an exact duplicate of this room over here. I can show you kind of what that looks like. Let me see if I can do this. It's a little bit broken because it didn't do the floor. But yeah, so you can take large portions of things and copy them over. You can do Control-Z to undo what you just did. So that's kind of nice. All your light sources actually are light sources. And I sort of laid out a bunch of the different pieces. So like this is castle pieces. You've got pieces that have the floor already built in and others that don't. So you can either lay down your floor tiles like this ahead of time and then put these pieces on top of them, or you can do the edges of the walls with these sort of pieces where it's got the floor already built in. So you've got some windows and windows with curtains, and then without the floor pieces. Corner, corner without. These are ruins. Likewise, you get some base tiles, arches, crenellations, stairs, and things that you can put stairs on top of. So you can actually make sets of stairs. Got pillars, middle pillar pieces that you can stack, and you can put tops on the pillars. And again, you've got wall pieces, and you've got wall pieces that have the flooring already. There's wooden, two broken wooden pieces, so you can sort of alternate. Two different dungeon tiles, or floor tiles, and then a bigger one. And of course you can make copies of things, kind of stamp down a whole bunch of them. You can also rotate them around to kind of vary how it looks. It's pretty easy to really quickly plop down a whole bunch of stuff. So it's really pretty good for the terrain in general. It's got some other stuff I haven't really messed with that much in terms of terrain. Foam, they've got like just grass foam blocks, as if you made those out of like foam insulation or whatever, like home crafting. Put a tree down, see how that worked. Tree in. You can make them taller, etc., etc. Ooh, roots. And it's just a click and drag. It's kind of interesting because when you first click on them, if you move very slightly, it'll actually rotate. So it'll go the direction you're... But then once you've gone further along, it doesn't turn your miniature around. until you hit your starting point. So from your starting point, you can kind of look around, change the facing a lot more easily. Then you have to kind of drop it in order to. So yeah, so you can basically come up with whatever tabletop terrain you want. The character management is kind of minimal. You can do, right now, really only 2 emotes, like just a little wiggle. You can turn on and off the light source. You can hide things, but I've found that when I hide them, I can't find them again very easily. You can assign miniatures to players. So right now I'm the only player in this game, so I can give myself control of it. You can rename it. You can make it not unique. So there's unique characters, I think, that go between boards, and some of the other miniatures are just generic. You can always kill creatures. It's got a little hit point manager here. So you can say, you click on the dot and go, I want to have more hit points. So I get 61 out of 55. You can do all that kind of stuff. Or you can click on it and say, well, actually, now I have 45 hit points. So you can kind of track hit points fairly easily with this. It's not the best, but it's pretty decent. What's really very rudimentary are the stats, because it gives you 4, and granted this is the beta, but it gives you 4 generic stats, and you can set what they are. But like, you know, in D&D you're generally not going to be changing your stats up and down all that much. But if you did want to review what your stats were, so I think if they have the ability to make 6 of these instead of just 4, and if you can rename them, that would be lovely. But currently you can't. So yeah, it's not bookkeeping for role-playing, it's just tabletop. Oh, but the interesting part, take it out of build mode, you can do dice. So you can generate your dice, you drag it out, throw it out. It does not do anything where you can like modify that dice roll, like where you get to say, you know, what's the plus on this die. So it doesn't do automatic math on the dice, except for, let's say I do 3d6. It does tally them up there, and it will actually, I think, where is it? There's a place where it shows you. There was a place where it showed you, oh, there we go, session history. So it'll show what you've actually rolled. So my Paladude is my only unique character. So when I placed him, see how it picks up the other one? This one here that's already on the board goes away as soon as I place the unique one. So you can individually remove dice as opposed to doing a, oops. There we go. So if I roll a bunch of dice, 36. GM tools, request full dice clear. Boom, clears all of them. So yeah, lots of stuff you can do there, and with the atmospherics, it's really cool. Where you can say, okay, no, we're going into the dungeon, and it's gonna be darkness. So the players may be like, oh, what's in here? Can't see anything hardly at all. What's that in the corner? Anyway, it's pretty neat. looks like it'll be a cute little tool. Oh, there was one other thing. Let me showcase the, I can do this here. Hatches. Hatches and doors. So like I could put a hatch down there. So, you know, you can, oh, there's a hatch here. What does it do? You can actually open and close hatches. That's kind of nifty. So yeah, it's kind of cute. It's only in beta. I'm hoping they're going to add a little bit more with the characters. I still haven't played with the height, because you can actually stack things up, and it's also got some interesting clipping that doesn't seem to be working 100% right now. Let me see if I can actually do that. Where was that control? Oh wait, there it is. Toggle cut box. So with the cut box, basically wherever your camera is, you can see through walls. So you can see your character moving along a lot easier instead of, because without the cut box, so you get some weird results like this candle just sitting there, but it's hard to see your character and you don't want to rotate the camera around. You do that. So yeah, there you go. That's a very basic introduction about what this looks like. Looks kind of cute.